Hello everybody and welcome back to RuneScape. So this is the first video that I am recording since I started to get comments. I mentioned on the previous video that I had uploaded part 1, but at that point, it was still like this early stage where it was not really getting views yet. It's like YouTube scanning for like its target audience and stuff. But man, the moment it got views, like this thing just blew up. I got like 40 subscribers in a single day. I'm up like 60 subscribers in the past couple of days. I have never had this many people join my channel in like this short of a time span. Normally I'm happy to get like one a day. My channel is 7 years old. I have like 600 almost. Like, it's not a quick process. It's really fun, but the number side has never been a quick process. So thank you guys. Like it's been incredible to just see these numbers shoot up and to get the comments, of course. I've been trying to engage with as many comments as I can. I've been trying to get input from you guys. I've learned a lot, about settings, about like, moving with the mouse, which is just really convenient. There was a lot of discussion as well about Iron Man, and Iron Man, like, I actually had trouble falling asleep last night, which, is not it's not really a bad thing here, but I was just thinking, like, my head was racing, like, Iron Man, no Iron Man, Iron Man, no Iron Man, and I even threw up a poll the other day, which let me just very quickly grab the poll here as well. It's very easy to access through here, and the poll currently says, hey, I got one more subscriber, thank you. Whoever that might be, number 595. So it is 64% Iron Man, 36% regular. Okay, so Iron Man did win, and it was only with 11 votes, so it's not that big a deal. But the comments that I was getting were more important to me. I wanted to have people tell me why I would do a certain thing, because I feel like everyone who plays Iron Man would click Iron Man immediately. They wouldn't. And I'm not trying to take away anything from. Hold on, let me actually turn that volume down a little bit because it's very loud on my end. I'm running it through my monitor this time, by the way, so, I have no headset today, which is just much more convenient, but it can also get a bit loud and get into the microphone, so I'm hoping there's nothing in there. Anyway, I wanted to get some input because I feel like people who play Iron Man, probably they will just always select Iron Man. They might not even read the additional text I have there about the, like my ability to spend time and those kind of things. So I even made an Iron Man account. It is actually currently, it's called Iron Man EK, I think. And I might play it at some point, definitely. I even did 3 out of the 4 quests we've already done. I did a bit of skilling. It's a hardcore Iron Man because there's no downside, I think. Because once you die, it turns into Iron Man. So like, it's kind of fun to try and stay alive, I guess. But in the end, as much as I've been spending time thinking about this for like hours and hours and hours, these past 48-ish hours, I decided to not go Iron Man. And the reason for that is very simple. It is that I just don't have time to dedicate to long grinds. If I were in high school right now, I didn't have a girlfriend, I didn't have work, I didn't have household obligations, I didn't have the gym, I didn't have having to edit through all of this, having to do the comments, having to do the thumbnails, having to like I have I'm not saying that I have a harsh life or anything. Like, I have a pretty good life, but it's it's time consuming. I just have a lot of things that I want to divide my attention between, and I still want to have some time left over to like watch Netflix or whatever. So I'm just thinking ahead, and as much as I think Iron Man might actually be more fun, like I might actually have more fun in Iron Man if I'm just doing it for the playing the game point of view. But I'm thinking ahead, I'm trying to get daily videos out as much as I can. And right now it's rather easy. I slap on the recording, I play a quest, I edit it like in between work or something. I upload it. It's not that big a deal. I can do it. But I know at some point, especially with Iron Man, we're going to get to a point in the game where there's going to be, a requirement that I grind like 50 hours before I have anything interesting to share with you guys, because I need like level up this thing, I level up that thing, I level up that thing, I level up that thing, and get like this amount of ore and this amount of wood. And I need to do all those things. And I need to keep the schedule up if I want to keep the schedule up. Obviously, I can deviate from the schedule and, go back to like once a week or something. But I like having these daily videos as much as I can. So in the end, I've decided to go for the middle way. I've decided to go for a bronzeman mode. Now, I don't know exactly how it works yet. I will have to do a little bit more research into it. But I have activated it. It does show that I can, once I get a new item, which like it scanned my inventory, I guess. It scanned my equipped items, so it showed me like pop-ups for all of the gear I'm wearing. But if I'm now going to get a new drop, which potentially, because it's probably not going to scan stuff from that I already had, like it's probably going to scan stuff only that I that I get from this point onward or have in my inventory right now. So let me just quickly chop down actually, I can't chop down a tree because I don't have an axe on me right now, so it's going to be very difficult to do that. But yeah, bronzeman mode is going to mean that I need to unlock my items, so I will still need to progress my character to a point where I can get the items myself. But at that point, I'm able to purchase them off the auction house if I do want to. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to just like bypass a bit of content. You guys have seen, you know, my like one of the comments recently in the poll was my response to the John, like Adventure John's, you know, gifting of items. You know, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like bypassing systems. I like engaging with systems. But I also don't want to lock myself into a 50-hour grind session to make a little bit of progress when I could spend that time trying to, you know, make fun content, trying to edit the video, trying to do all kinds of things that I just get more enjoyment out of, I think, at this point in my life. So that's a decision that I've made. I'm going to go bronzeman. You know, I have a lot of stuff to say in regards to the comments that I got, and I'll probably slap up a little video as well, like responding to the comments. I haven't yet decided. But, you know, I kind of want to just like have a bit of a chat, bit of a back and forth, because to me, the most fun part of this is not just playing the game. You know, if I want to just play the game, I wouldn't be sitting here talking. I enjoy the interaction, the back and forth and stuff. Every time I get a comment, I'm like, ooh, a comment. You know, every subscriber, ooh, a subscriber. And, you know, I'm hoping to stay that way for as long as I can. You know, I'm really excited, honestly, because this is the first time we're getting 1,000 subscribers. You know, it's starting to feel feasible. And at that point, you can activate monetization, which, you know, I don't really care about. I don't have any intention of making it my job. But I am interested just to see, you know, how it feels to, even if it's like a cent here and there, like the trickling in of money, like, you know, it's going to give me like an additional purpose on top of just the enjoyment purpose, which I've had for like the past 7 years, which might be a lot of fun. So anyone who's just subscribed to the past couple of days, welcome. Anyone actually, I'm a bit curious. Anyone here who has joined me on my WoW journey who's actually here right now? Please let me know, because obviously I'm having a lot of fun diving into these games, and I'm happy to gather people from these communities, but I'm kind of hoping I can get a little bit of cross coverage where people from one series will join another one, because, well, first of all, it's enjoyable for me to build an audience, but also it's great to get other people into a game that they might not have otherwise looked at. Anyway, you know, I was thinking, do I want to do like a big Q&A kind of thing at the start here where I make this like a very long video? I don't think I should do that. I think I should just, you know, leave it here and we jump back in and I'll make a different video if I want to, where I can discuss everything. But I wanted to get the bit about the comments, the bit about the Iron Man out there, because it's such a big topic, and there is a chance, you know, some people said, hey, you're going to regret in a couple of months not going Iron Man, and yeah, maybe. Yeah, that might happen. I might also go Iron Man and regret going Iron Man. So, you know, it's going to go both ways. And one final point is I like the option to be able to engage with you guys. You know, if my audience keep building at the same pace as going right now, you know, I don't know how cooperative RuneScape can get. You know, I don't know how many things I can do together. But I would love to do some stuff together. You know, I've already had my first whisper from this guy called Pinky Logged, who, you know, sent me a message. You know, he's enjoying my videos, and like, you know, it makes me really happy to read that. But it's also nice to just have a bit of interaction, and I'm hoping we can build on that together a little bit, because I do intend to be here for quite some time. You know, not saying I'll make OSRS my main game for the next 10 years, but I'll be here for the next couple of months at the very least. So we're gonna have a good time. Anyway, today the plan, as the video title probably is going to suggest, I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but I think I'll just continue doing the quests. I want to do Witch's Potion. There was a comment who mentioned to me that it's a very good idea, especially I think if I'm free to play, because it's like longer travel times, because you can't bypass it using agility, to level up to 37, I believe he said. And I guess that's because you get Varrock Teleport, and you get, I think you get some more teleport. Varrock Teleport, Lumbridge Teleport, which technically I do kind of have, but this one's on a cooldown, and this one just takes resources, I guess. And I think on 37... yeah, Falador Teleport. So you can kind of travel around the world a lot easier. Like, I think it's going to be much easier to level stuff like smithing and mining like that, or like, you know, combine those things, because you can teleport back and forth. You can go to a bank, and, you know, you can like really efficiently move around the game world. So that's going to be really, really nice. And, you know, in regards to magic, I have a bit of a funny story that I want to quickly tell. So, you know, I'm assuming most of you guys, especially, you know, of the male variety, you know, as we were kids, you know, I would be outside with a couple of my friends. I think it was like a neighbor friend, like some other friends from like school and stuff, elementary school. And what we did, you know, was we wandered around with these sticks in our hands. Like, you know, obviously, you know, you're like 6, 7, 8. I have no idea what age I was, but the age where you still play outside, you're not stuck to a screen, and you just kind of like reenact games, right? Like, that's what you do. Like, we, you know, and like a lot of our like progression. Obviously, like it was all made up, but you know, as a kid, that's really fun. But like a lot of our progression was based on RuneScape because I distinctly remember, you know, like, you know, we would like get bronze armor and, you know, get iron armor, and, you know, and we would like learn wind abilities. Like, oh, up with the wind abilities. Like, I think a lot of our passion, a lot of our foundation to play outside like that was based on RuneScape's progression and skill system, which, thinking back, is kind of funny. And I guess RuneScape was my first MMO. I didn't really think about it that way back then, but yeah, that's what got me into MMOs. And I played a whole lot of other ones, but, you know, it just stuck with me that, you know, getting like the water ability. You would have like this stick, and you like, you know, throw a water ability. Like, I don't even know what we did, but I'm assuming most people did something like that. And it's kind of funny thinking back, because I just imagine like seeing little kids outside like fireball, like it just sounds super cringe. But as a kid, nothing is cringe. Anyway, I'm gonna go do Witch's Potion. For that, we have to. This is gonna be a long video, I can tell, because I just feel really rambly, really enthusiastic, because I'm really happy right now. So I can start this quest by talking to Hetty at her home in Rimington. It's a novice quest, standalone once again, very short, and 2001, which probably means that Witch's Potion is also one of the 6 original starter quests. So if we show on map, we have not actually been to Rimington, which is a cool place to go and explore then. So we just follow this path over here until we get a bit of a... We got a Ring of the Elements air altar. We didn't go down, and we make our way to Rimington, and then we can go and do our quest. So what's that? Hold on, what's that? This path? It was this path, right? This path, yes. So you may be wondering, why are you a Draenor? Well, I had to get screenshots. I had to get thumbnails, because I hadn't gotten them for the first videos, so I had to like go back to all the places and make some thumbnails. Anyway, I'll see you guys either at Rimington, or if something cool happens to me on the road. You know, I keep wanting to use my hotkeys to open up things, like, you know, use M to open up the map, or use like, oh wait, oh hold on. There are 2 highwaymen. They are approaching. They are coming for me. They want my loot. Leave me alone. But yeah, I keep wanting to open up things with shortcuts, while these shortcuts obviously don't exist, or at least I don't think they exist. Maybe I can set them up in some way. Like maybe there's a plugin for it or something. I'm trying to go through the plugins, by the way. I disabled some of the member ones that I know I don't need, but there's a very large list of them. It's a home portal. House advertisement. Oh, wait, you can get your own house in this game, can't you? So I think I need to go over to this lady here. Witch's Potion, yes. Oh, I should go grab, because I think it's a magic quest. So what I want to do is I want to be, you know, in the magic spirit. So what I think I should do is I should go over to a bank, and I should grab my magic gear. Hold on, we gotta go over to this door, by the way. I'm really enjoying the slower pace of this game, by the way. I think as a kid, I wouldn't have enjoyed this too... Oh, hold on, I just closed the door in front of myself. I think as a kid, I wouldn't have enjoyed it too much. So, someone also was mentioning, like, remove the roofs, which I can do, but I like standing here and seeing all the roofs. You know, it's cool. Like, it makes them actually look like houses instead of just walls. It makes it look like I'm playing RuneScape, not The Sims. But, you know, and then when you move closer, the roofs are removed. So I think it's fine. If it's like really obtrusive for you guys to see all the roofs constantly, then let me know. But I feel like it's fine. You know, obviously right there, it was like going in and out a little bit, so it wasn't optimal, but I think overall it adds more immersion that I have the roofs. But yeah, I'm enjoying the slower pace of game. I've noticed that the older I get, the more I start enjoying classic RPGs. You know, when I was, you know, like, I'm 30 now, and, you know, when I was like late teens, 20-ish, you know, I gravitated more and more slowly towards more fast-paced RPGs. You know, I would go play Guild Wars 2, I would go play Black Desert, I would go play Blade and Soul, I would go play pretty much anything in that vein. More like action combat, and I still really enjoy action combat when it's done well, because the boss encounters can be really, really fun. But from a progression perspective, I'm starting to enjoy classic RPGs more and more. So I think we talked to Hetty, right? What could you want with an old woman like me? I'm in search of a quest, but let's first say I've heard that you are a witch. Yes, it does seem to be getting fairly common knowledge. I fear I may get a visit from the witch hunters of Falador before long. Okay, so the witch hunters are like outcasts, and there's witch hunters in Falador. Goodbye. Okay, let's actually talk to her now and get the quest. I'm in search of a quest. Maybe I can think of something for you. Would you like to become more proficient in the dark arts? Yes, can I go and be Harry Potter for a bit and, go to my dark arts class? Although I do expect a new teacher every single year. Otherwise, it doesn't feel right. Start a witch's potion quest, yes. Yes, help me become one with my darker side. Oh, question by the way, I'm a bit curious. In most games, I am used to people telling me, hey, I just spam click through my quests. I don't read my quests. I'm just there for the rewards. And it makes sense because in most games, the quests are not well written. They are not coherent. They are not longer storylines. They don't have a lot of lore. They're just, hey, I need bear meat. Please go kill bears. And they will have a little bit of information about it. And I'll still read it. But in a lot of games, I can understand skipping. But in this game, the dialogue is really good. Do people also skip a lot here? Or is this one of the few games where people actually read the dialogue a lot? Okay, I'm going to make a potion to help bring out your darker self. Ooh. You will need certain ingredients. What do I need? You need an eye of newt, a rat's tail, an onion, oh, and a piece of burnt meat. Oh, burnt meat specifically, so I'm gonna have to go out and burn the meat. Does that mean that if I leveled cooking a little bit too much, that this is more challenging because it's harder to burn meat? I guess I can get higher tier meat or something and burn that. Great, I'll go and get them. Wait, hold on. That was it? Wait, hold on. Witch's potion. I spoke to Hetty in her house at Remington. Hetty told me she could increase my magic power if I can bring her certain ingredients for a potion. Hetty needs me to bring her the following. See, if you wouldn't look at this, you wouldn't know where to get it. But an onion, I could probably find one at a farm. A rat's tail, I could get one from a spawn rat. A piece of burnt meat, I could thoroughly cook a piece of raw beef. And an eye of newt, maybe the magic shop in Port Sarim would sell me this. See, it's enough information where it's like, hey, you have a bit of direction, but it doesn't tell you, you need to go exactly here. And, it would be kind of cool if this is wrong. If I go to the eye of newt and I go to the magic shop and the magic shop tells me, well, we don't have it, but in this place has it. And you go there and it's like, well, we actually don't have it, but, you can get one yourself by going here. And, those kind of things are fun, like when they... it's not very clear where you have to go from the very start. So Port Sarim is fairly close, right? It's just right over there. So let's actually start by just going over to Port Sarim. And we go to the magic shop, which is... This is the magic shop. It's the black house. Is it always the black house, by the way? Let's see. Are there black houses here? Just so I have a bit of a direction moving forward. Well, I guess there might not be a magic shop there. I'm not quite sure. I feel like there was around here somewhere. Is the magic shop also where you purchase the runes? I feel like it is. Anyway, let me go over to the magic house and or the magic shop, and I'll see you guys there in a moment. Oh, I was calling Pinky logged, but I think it says Pinky logged, as in, something they logged in the chat. So it's not Pinky logged, it's just Pinky, I think. So I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name over there. Pinky just told me that I should use a chat filter, or, I could use a chat filter. Because these guys are interesting to me. I'll check them out later, I guess. Because the spammers in the Rock, for example, next to the Grand Exchange, are very obtrusive, and you can disable or make them less prevalent because it's gonna say, hey, this message has been sent 7 times, but it won't display the same message 7 times, which I guess makes the chat a little bit less spammy. Right now, the only thing I have active is, I'll just swap into this for some information here and there. I'm doing a quest and something, but I don't really care about seeing all the spam going on, so I'll just have this as minimal as possible. I do like to have this removed from the chat window. One thing I don't like, by the way, and tell me if there's a solution for this, is if I go to Pinky, for example, and actually it is Pinky logged. It is Pinky logged. Never mind. It is not Pinky has logged something. It's Pinky logged the name. Okay. We are learning. So, message. This removes the entire chat window, which is why I've moved it outside in the settings. Is there a way to just have a... Can I just... Alright, there we go. Is there a way to have a /R and I can just type in here and everything will stay? Like a modern MMO? In most things, I'm fine playing the classic version. But having the entire chat window being removed when I whisper someone it's a bit annoying because now I have to move it outside because otherwise I can't see what they're sending me as I'm typing, and I also might forget exactly what they said, so I'll have to go back, and like it's a bit of a hassle. Anyway, let's talk to Betty. I feel like every time I like click on them, like I'm attacking you. Okay, so there's a lot of runes here. How much are they actually costing? 4, 4, 4. This is not too bad. A wizard's hat, a blue wizard's hat. Oh, wait, someone in the comments told me you have to go get a funny hat. And they said, well, I asked in-game or outside of game. And they said, well, in-game you can maybe get it at like this vendor. I forgot, but he didn't know if they had a funny hat. But he asked, hey, do you have a funny hat? Do I have a funny hat? So hold on, let me see if I can find a funny hat right now. I am really sorry. I don't know where it is. I have this pink cowboy hat that I got for like a party at some point. It's like a bit of a joke. And I know I have it, but it's not wherever I can find it. So my apologies if I happen to run into it. I will deliver on it. Don't worry about that. But unfortunately, no funny hat today. I am sorry. Anyway, let us talk to Etsy, because obviously we're here for more than just funny hats. We are here because we want an Eye of Newt, which costs 3 gold coins. Now the problem is that I currently don't have anything on me. So what I will go and do is I will... Palador's over there. I'll just teleport over to Lumbridge. I'll grab my wizard's gear. I'll grab a bit of gold and I'll move back here. See you guys in a moment. Oh, by the way, just for a little bit of context, I do like providing context as to what videos are uploaded at the point of... Wait, God wants to transform you. Bible chat. What? Go with your Bible chat. I don't need Bible chat. But yeah, I like to keep you guys informed as to where I am in terms of the uploading, when I'm recording something. So literally 40 minutes ago is when part 3 went up. I have set everything up, including part 7, which is the most recent one that I've uploaded, or sorry, that I've edited. So everything is like fully edited. I'm ready to go. It's going to launch on the 19th. So this one will then launch on the 21st. And I'm going to try, if I can, which is always a bit of a problem, but I'm going to try and stay at least a week or so ahead of where the upload schedule is going to take me. So that if I, happen to get sick or whatever, I don't suddenly stop uploading. Oh, look, item unlocked. Look, so if I take stuff out of my... Oh, wait, it's going to actually check my bank as well. It's going through all the items in my bank right now. Okay, cool. So what I want, of course, is the wizard's armor. I have 1,000 gold coins. Don't want to take everything. I want to just take a little bit. And the staff. And then, I guess, we also want some runes. Now, let's see which runes I'm going to need in the near future. So if I go to my magic, I'm going to need Wind Strike, which I can cast. Confuse, I don't know if I... Okay, 5% attack reduction, I guess, is kind of nice, but I don't know if it's going to be actually useful. I think you might be better off just casting more damage, especially because it's a fairly high requirement. Crossbow bolt enchantment, I don't care about right now. Water Strike can be nice. I guess we'll just be spamming Wind Strike for a little bit, so I'll just at least pick up the wind and the... What are those? They are wind and mind runes. So you know what? I'll just withdraw them all. Oh, hold on. Let me check the system. So I can use the placeholder thing. I think it's like a button so that I can activate placeholders. Always set placeholders. Here we go. I click this button. Now I withdraw all of these, and I withdraw all of these. Oh, this is so nice. So I can have set spots and have to like keep shuffling them around. Dude, I love this. This is actually really good. Plus, these item unlock pop-ups are really fun. It's really fun to get these item unlock pop-ups. Now, oh, wait, you can go bottom floor immediately. I was constantly climbing down, like, one stair by one stair, but I guess I don't need to. Alright, so, we look a bit different today. And let's head over back to the magic shop and purchase the Eye of... So I forgot the name, so it's now the Eye of... Also, I will have to go check it out, but I think I have something enabled now where when I go to the Grand Exchange, it will make sure I can't buy the items that I, know, haven't yet unlocked. Also, you know, because we're going to need burnt meat, I'm going to need to make a fire. To make a fire, I'm going to need an axe. So I'm going to grab my axe as well. Because otherwise we're at the mercy of a cooking station and I don't know where those are. Oh, we just randomly smacked a rat. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I wasn't intending on doing that. I just clicked one by accident and now we have one. Great. We got the rat tail, which I think is what we needed for the quest, right? Yeah, a rat tail. I have rat tails with me. A rat tails? Yes. A rat tails. Actually, what I should do is I should talk to the woodsman tutor. And he says, can you teach me the basics of woodcutting and fire making, please? What is that cape you're wearing? Is this the fire making or the woodcutting skill cape? I guess it is, right? When you get 99, I think you get a cape for every single one. This is his skill cape of woodcutting. Wearing one increases your chance of finding birds' nests. Only a person who has achieved the highest possible level in the skill can wear one. Alright, let's ask him to teach us. Of course, look for this icon on your minimap to find areas of trees. Oh, as you're already here, have an axe so that you can chop the trees around me. When you see a likely looking tree, appreciate its beauty and then simply click on it to chop it down. I do appreciate how we first have to appreciate the beauty and then we chop it down, okay? You know, we don't just chop down trees randomly. When you have a full inventory of logs, you have a choice. You can take it to the bank, there's one on the roof of the castle in Lumbridge, or you can burn them. To find the bank, look for this symbol on your minimap. After climbing the stairs of the Lumbridge Castle to the top, there are banks all over the world with this symbol. Ah, you've lost your tinderbox, have you? Here, have another one. Click on your tinderbox, then click on one of the logs. Okay, this is going to allow us to, yeah. But I think, wasn't I able to purchase? Hold on, am I misremembering? I thought we were able to purchase like a black axe or something from this guy. Black axe. I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere, or did I just make it up? Where do I get a black axe? Or do I have to? Hold on. Do I have to make my own black axe? I don't see black as an option though. There is bronze, iron, steel, mithril, elementite, adamant, all those things. I thought black, like I remember black being a tier. I distinctly remember black, but I don't know where I can get black. And I don't want to look it up because I like doing it the exploratory way. So for now, we'll just stick with this bronze axe. Actually, no. I'm going to go drop it. I'm going to pick up the iron axe and then we'll leave. Guys, I am not being very fast today. I'm just very glad the bank is very close. I mean, aren't we already wearing full black? Truthfully. Okay, so the shrimp are considered to be meat, but I don't know how many I'll need in order to get a burnt one. So I'll just grab 10 of them and I'll cook them all down. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll withdraw all of them and then put one back because I need a log. Hello? Can I put one back, please? Can I not put one back? Hello? Deposit one. Oh, it's depositing from the top. Oh, I didn't see that. Whoops. Anyway, this should be fine. I'm gonna go and grab wood. Gonna make a fire. Gonna become a pyromancer. And then at that point, we will see if we can have one of them fail. And if anything, we're leveling our cooking, which is nice. Ah, yeah, we have unlocked logs. Nice. Cooking level 8, nice. And members can now make pineapple punches. Nice. There we go, we have burnt shrimp, which I think should be what we need. Can I keep cooking while I click this? I think I can't because I stopped. Okay. So, a piece of burnt meat. Oh, raw beef. Okay, specifically beef. But the reason why I thought this would work is because this is also in the meat tab in the cooking panel. But I guess it isn't. So I'll just finish off these and then we'll go and do something else. You know, I gotta get some beef from the cows or something. You can now, members can now make spicy sauce. Members can make so much more in this game. It's clear to me how big the difference free-to-play is to members, and I will grab members in due time. I think I'll work my way through a lot of the free-to-play quests, and then we'll go members, because I don't want to feel like the free-to-play quests are no longer relevant, which I want them to be relevant, you know? I'm enjoying my time here. Really, one more, and then my fire went out. Okay, guess I can make a new fire. This was like the perfect kind of game, by the way, as well, to stream. If your goal... Oh, level 10. There we go. Nice. You can now cook red berry pies. Oh, red berries. Wait, didn't we get red berries from the bush next to the mining area at Varrock? I think we got the purple things. Then we got red berries as well. So that's interesting. So I think this is like the perfect game to play when you're streaming. when your goal is not to be focusing on just the game, so you can just like be grinding in the background, when your goal is just be, chatting to people, I think this is the perfect kind of game, because it's very low input, very low brain power for the most part, and you can just kind of chat away. Like, you can play it with one hand even. Like, sometimes I'm drinking my coffee with my left hand, I'm just clicking, it's convenient, it's nice. Oh, someone literally just commented, so I had to immediately go and check it out on part 3. Your attack level is used to determine how likely you are to hit your target in melee combat. A higher attack level will give you a better chance to hit, so it's an accuracy determinator. Determinator? Don't think that's a word. Additionally, a higher attack level will allow you to wield more powerful weapons. A weapon with a higher attack bonus will give you more accuracy in combat. You can select the attack style from the combat options side panel. Different enemies are weaker or stronger against different attack styles, so choose carefully. So, there's also armor with an attack requirement, apparently. Interesting. And I don't know what salamanders are, but they're like a combination of attack, ranged, and magic, apparently. I mean, I know what salamanders are in general, but I just don't know what salamanders are in the context of this game. And of course, the weapons, this is always so fun to me, like going through this list and leveling up. Now, there's obviously a lot of member stuff in here, but I'm going to look forward to going through the tiers. I would love to move over to, like, mithril, adamant, those kind of things. I have, like, really fun memories of those. But I do want to grab them myself. I'd rather not purchase them off an auction house or something. So I will go level smithing and mining at some point soon, so I can make my own gear, because that's much more fun. Which, to be fair, is kind of like playing Iron Man, right? But now I have the option to swap away from it whenever I do want to. Which, one of the downsides, like someone pointed it out to me, one of the downsides of not playing Iron Man is that I don't really have the icon showcasing that I am Iron Man. Like, there is no, there isn't the, I guess, like, respect. Like, oh my god, this guy did it as Iron Man. This guy, like, put in the effort. But truthfully, I don't care about that. I'm just here to have fun. So, plus I have proof. I have videos. You guys can keep me accountable, right? Thank you. Anyway, let's see what we do next. So we have to go get some meat. So I guess I'll just go kill a couple of cows. I can also use it to level up my magic. And we can get some meat from those, and then we can try and burn the meat. I don't think I've ever tried to burn something, but you know what? It's time for something new. Alright, so how does this work again? So I have the stuff in my inventory. I go over to magic. I click Wind Strike, and then I click on this guy. Bam! Hold on, do I have to click my ability every single time manually? Or is there a way for me to set it to auto-cast? BK, please speak to me, my lord. This guy wants to speak to me desperately, but I'm busy. I'm killing a cow. No, wait. Hold on. I will talk to you later, Rick Turpentine. I feel like a lot of random NPCs just like walk up to you. Maybe later. Okay, he's gonna go away. Okay. Did I miss out on something very important? Maybe. I don't know. But now I'm busy with a cow. Don't take that the wrong way. Oh, wait. Hold on. If I go to my attack panel right now, there's a new thing here. There's bash, pound, focus, spell. Hold on. Why is there 2 spells here? Spell? Click it? When I auto... Ah, yes. Now I don't have to like click. My magic is now level 3, by the way. Great. We're making progress. Ah, subscriber number 596. Welcome. I haven't ever had this experience where every time I open up my YouTube app, or like my YouTube Studio app, that I have a high chance of actually having at least 1 more subscriber. Sometimes I open them like, dude, I just got 4 more. That would normally be like at least a week, if not more. So once again, thank you. Level 4 magic as well, by the way. I'll just keep running to level 5, and then I'll go and continue the quest. Actually, I'll go until I run out of mind runes, because I'm almost out. Well, the last mind rune actually gave me the gave me what I needed. Hold on. Now I can't just normally hit, right? So I have to like switch over to bash, for example. I'm gonna bash with... Oh, this guy just killed it for me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, in this case, I appreciate it. Normally, I wouldn't appreciate it. Alright, so we should have enough beef to hopefully get at least 1 burned, right? Honestly, if I had the time, I could probably play this game all day. Like, Unfortunately, I do have things to do today, so I can't stay here all day, but I want to. Ah, there we go. Burnt meat. Beautiful. We got it. Also level 11 cooking. Nice. Members can now make chili con carne and spit roast bird meat. Is spit roasting a specific way of cooking? Alright, I have a piece of burnt meat with me. So, we can get an eye of newt, which we can just buy on our way over there. And we should find an onion. Now, I do know there's a farm. I mean, to be fair, there's farms like everywhere, I think. Can I also see where the onions are? I mean, I'm assuming there's onions like somewhere on these fields. Is this an onion field? You know what? I'm gonna guess that this is an onion field. Okay, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna onion my way to victory. Don't know what that means, but it's something I'm gonna do. Oh, hey, Meat Toy. Hope you're still enjoying the game. Great videos. Hey, thank you so much. I mean, I just said that I feel the addiction setting in, and yeah, it's a problem, guys. I might have a problem. I have a day job to attend to, but I have working from home privileges, and I'm scared. I'm scared that abuse might start. Actually, no. I know I do sometimes do some editing during work. Like I want to record during work because I need to be able to respond in. Like I work in a service job where I am an insurance advisor. So if people call me regarding their insurance, they have questions and stuff, I need to be able to answer them. But if it's like very, very chill, if there's like nobody out there and I have like 5 to 10 minutes of doing nothing really, then I will definitely just like slap on like a little bit of editing here and there. And I've actually made my way through like whole videos on like a day, which obviously it's not insane progress, but the fact that I can do that during work hours on occasion is just really, really chill. Just like slap in like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and that way slowly I'll be efficient and I can run. Like it's almost like I'm being paid to edit. It's great. Anyway, I need to find, what was it? An onion, right? Yes, I need to find an onion. Are there onions here? There's potatoes. There's wheat. Wheat. I feel like I just said something that reminds me of that that Family Guy joke where it's like Cool Whip, not Cool Whip, but Cool Whip. Like wheat. All right, let's see if I can find an onion, guys. If you were an onion, where would you be? I guess maybe there isn't an onion farm here. I'll have to go to some different farm. All right then, we'll keep on exploring. Can I search for onion? No, I can't. Okay. Would it ever be that easy? I mean, to be fair, maybe it's in this list because there are stuff, like there are things for trees and stuff, but I guess there isn't one for the different farming ones. Okay, so I'll have to find onions. Hey, there's a jail over there. Is it like a PK kind of thing? You can be put in jail, or is it just for aesthetics? I'm assuming, given it's RuneScape, it probably has a purpose. Alright, so if they're not around Draenor, maybe they're more like in this direction. Hold on, I'm not going in this direction, I'm going the opposite direction. So maybe around here, around the river? Yes. Yes, onions grow around rivers, right? Yes. I definitely choose to believe that that's true. I know nothing of farming, guys. I know of farming in games, but I know nothing of farming actual crops and stuff. Okay, so here are just more cows. Here are sheep. Up here, maybe? Although that looks like it's like the same stuff that's down here, which I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't what I needed. Yeah, these are the potatoes. Mash them, boil them, put them in a stew. I think that's the quote. So I've actually been watching The Lord of the Rings recently again. I know I've seen the movies like 6-7 times or something, but last time I really looked at them was like 10 plus years ago, because I used to be like addicted to those movies. I would watch them over and over again, like every year, like once or twice probably, but I hadn't seen them in a very long time. But my girlfriend hasn't actually ever seen them, or hadn't, and we just made it past the 2 towers, and my god, there's just so many memes, so many things. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard, the potato stuff, second breakfast, having to tell someone that Aragorn stopped his toe actually when he kicked the helmet at the Fangorn forest, and like there's just it's like Legolas, what do your elf eyes see? Like there's memes everywhere, and I'm watching the movie. I'm like, dude, it's still an incredible movie. It's still, in my opinion, the best movie ever made. But my god, is it meme to death right now, and I'm here for it. It's beautiful. But yeah, those movies, I was curious to see, you know, whether they're gonna hold up, because obviously, you know, often you see something as a kid and you're like, well, I mean, it's probably still good, but is it as good? Yes, it's as good. It might be better. Like those movies, perfection. Okay, I seem to be blind, but I think someone has taken the entire stock of onions or something, because I just don't see them. Could these be onions, maybe? Because that's a different aesthetic than this, that. Might be this thing over here. Maybe South Falador Farm. I choose to believe that is exactly where they are. They're hiding from me, but I will find them. I just know someone right now is watching this and screaming like, dude, you've already passed the onions 3 times. Please open your eyes. And to that I say, no. Alright, we are approaching the spot where there might or might not be onions. No, it's cabbages. Alright, guys. Not the cabbages. Alright, maybe there's onions there too, somewhere else. Somewhere. There must be onions somewhere. Maybe behind the house there's onions. Those onions over there? Maybe the onions are just very close to Remington because we have to go there anyway. I guess I'll just stop by Port Sarim's magic shop real quick because I do need to purchase the eye thing from there anyway. Alright, Betty, I'm back. So we need an Eye of Newt, which costs 300. You buy packs as well here, by the way. But can we also buy a singular Eye of Newt? Do I want the entire pack? Oh, there's an Eye of Newt over here. Of course. Of course. It looks like it's a cup, you know, like a little cuppy cup. So let me purchase one of these. Bam. Item unlocked, Eye of Newt. Also, I guess we should probably pick up some more of these runes, right? So, one thing, by the way, I don't know how much I want to engage with vendors. I think engaging with vendors for these kind of things, like the runes and stuff, that's fine. I mean, I don't know if I can craft them myself. I feel like I can, but I'm fine picking them up right now because I don't have the option yet. Which, obviously, you know, if I was playing Iron Man, I probably couldn't do this, which is like why I don't want to go extreme hardcore grinding, because I was just thinking to myself, if I need to grind them myself, like, you know, I don't know if that's true, but if I need to, in Iron Man, grind to the runes myself, and that takes like 200 hours of just literally grinding the runes to then only use them to level up the magic, like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna enjoy that long term. I might enjoy it early game a lot, but you know, I'm gonna purchase some of these, but if I can actually make them myself, hold on, can I? Is there a rune crafting thing? I feel like there was, right? Runecraft. Here we go, it is something. So Runecraft is a skill that allows you to convert essences into runes, which you can use to cast spells. To create runes, you'll first need some essences and a talisman of the rune you want to make. You can use the talisman to both locate and access the runic altar. Oh, hold on. So let me finish this. Which is where the runes are crafted. Higher runecraft levels will allow you to craft more kinds of runes. At higher levels, you'll also be able to make multiple runes per essence. We can make air runes, mind runes, water runes, earth runes, all these runes. Lots more runes. You know, it's funny how the free-to-play stuff stops at body runes at level 20. And then it goes all the way up to level 95 with wrath runes for members. Like, it's so much more. There's rune pouches, which I guess can hold stuff, infusing stuff. Lots of stuff that I just don't really care about at this point, but sounds interesting to me nonetheless. But I've been seeing these things, the air altars. I'm assuming these are used to create air runes. Like, you'll have to bring a talisman and like some empty runes or something, and you can infuse them with air at the air altar. Something like that is what I'm guessing. We'll engage with that later. For now, I'll just pick some up from the vendor here, because I do want to be able to just cast my skills a little bit. So I was running out of mind runes. Let me pick up, how much are they? 3, so that's not too bad. We can buy, let's buy 150, and then also make sure we have enough air runes. We can just kind of freely cast for a little bit. See, this is where I'm fine bypassing the Iron Man stuff, where it's like basic resources, but I won't be, you know, if I'm like smithing, I'll want to get the stuff myself, you know. But for this stuff, I think I'm fine with this. I don't know if it's breaking like any bronzeman rules, but I think it doesn't. I think it's mostly I can't use the auction house, and I can't get items I haven't yet gotten in any other way, right? Anyway, I'll look into that later. For now, we need onions. Like, we just need onions. Leave me alone, you high... Actually, can I just kill this highwayman? Oh my god, there's more of them. There's more of them. Hold on, I don't want to... Is there like an aggro radius, an aggro cap as well? Can multiple enemies hit me at the same time, or can't they? Like, there's so much information about the combat system that feels interesting, because the game has such a weird combat style. But I guess it's not here either. I guess it's not over there, right? Because that's wheat again, I think. Well, I can look, I guess. I can look. I can always look. Yep, it's weird again. Guys, onions don't exist, okay? I've been lied to. Onions don't exist. Am I just this dumb? What are the onions? So I have an eye of newt on me. It's like, all I need is one onion. An onion. I can probably find one at the farm. An onion. Do I need to purchase the onion from the farmers? Like, can I not pick the onions? Do I need to purchase it from, like, a farmer or something? Or am I just absolutely blind? Alright, let me just go and see if there's a farmer in this house who maybe sells me an onion. Hello? Does any farmer live in this house? I'm assuming they do, because it's a farmer's house. It's a farm. Is he out back, maybe? Tending to his chickens? Or his cows or something? Hey! There's a pet! Oh, we can pet him. You pet the dog. The resulting frantic tail wagging disturbs a crop of dust bunnies. Well, that's unfortunate for dust bunnies, but I pet the dog, so I am happy. We can rake the allotment, rake the flower patch. Could it be these things? Can I do something with this? What is an allotment here? I mean, at this point, I'm kind of at a loss, so do I just... I need to be in a member's world to do that. Okay, so there's like this is like the farming thing, isn't it? Like the... What is it? Which one is it? I think there's a farmer one. This one? Farming. Allotments. I mean, you can get onions. You get onions from allotments, but I guess I get them some other way, you know? At this point, do I just become a member just so I can level that? Just so I can get an onion? Because apparently onions don't exist anywhere else. My god, where are the onions? There we go. Magic. Level 5. Oh my god, I thought I died for a moment. I looked at my other screen to respond to a Discord message as I was in combat, and I looked back and I'm like, did I just die? But no, the other thing died. Okay. We got a black cape. You on the grind. I'm actually looking for onions. Maybe he's gonna show me where the onions are. They're over here. Over where? Follow. Okay, don't worry. This guy's gonna lead me to victory. Bring me to the onions. Here we go. To the onions we go. Wait, is it? Okay, hold on. Even before this guy doesn't lead me to the onions and it's somewhere else. It's funny how this guy just randomly walks over to me. Is this guy just randomly talking to me, or is he... Onions! Oh, thanks. Thank you. I've never been so happy to see onions. This guy can run a bit longer than I can, so don't worry. I'll have to take some time. Wait, is it really just here? Have they been here all along? Guys, did one of you just plant them here? Did one of you just plant them here and... fool me? Guys, like, trade me. And I'm like, no, I want to be self-sufficient. I wish him a good day. And we run off. But, you know, the RuneScape community does seem to be very friendly. You know, like, this is like the 4th person, I think, who's tried to trade me. I don't know what they're going to give me. Guys, what things are you... or, like, what things are most people giving to new players? Like, what would I be getting from him? I was almost tempted to do it, just to see what he's going to give me and then throw it away. But I don't want to throw away stuff that's been gifted to me, you know? Like, that feels bad as well. So yeah, I need to go back to Remington, to Hetty. I think it was Hetty. And I'll see you guys over there. But the onion is in. Oh yeah, I had the black cape that I looked from the other guy. I don't have anything on my cape slot yet, do I? No, but it's going to be working very well. I have 2 black capes now. Hold on, let me see what the black cape looks like. Oh ho ho. Beautiful. It fits really well. Do you really see it? No, but you see like the little purple line. And the little purple line makes me happy. Alright, we are back at Hetty. Hello, let me go into this house. Is the quest now done? Let's see. Hello, Hetty. I've been looking for those ingredients. So, what have you found so far? In fact, I have everything. Excellent. Can I have them then? You pass the ingredients to Hetty and she puts them all into her cauldron. Hetty closes her eyes and begins to chant. The cauldron bubbles mysteriously. Well, is it ready? Okay, now drink from the cauldron. Do I want to? Can I inspect it? Can I examine it? A large bubbling cauldron. Smells... All right. Let's drink from it then. You drink from the cauldron. It tastes horrible. You feel yourself imbued with power. 325 magic experience, which is about like a 50% over what we already have, which is quite nice. 1 quest point as well. Now, total quest points are 12. We've completed Witch's Potion. There we go, guys. Magic is now level 8. I think we're level 6, so that's a nice bit of a boost. Here we go, magic level 8. So what can we do now? Wait, ancient magics? So many cool things. Bones to bananas. Wait, can I turn bones into bananas? You can click it as well, and it's going to tell you which runes you need. So, I'm a little bit curious, guys. There are stuff like Fire Strike, there is Water Strike, there's Wind Strike, okay? And by the time this video goes live, maybe I'll have learned it already, but I don't know. The elemental differences are these skills of different strengths? Is it just like, hey, they look different, they're themed differently, but they're kind of the same ability, just at different strength levels? Or are there elemental resistances, elemental proficiencies? Can I use fire against something grassy and does it do extra damage? Or is it just purely, hey, fire is better than water, it's better than earth, which is better than water, which is better than wind, but they do cost different things? Is that how this works? There's also the bolt ability, so you go from the strikes to the bolts to the blasts, and I guess blast is, yeah, fire blast is probably the highest. With charge fire orb, I guess that's some. Are those also abilities, like damage abilities? Or a surge as well? Okay, so fire surge, the highest level ability. So Tele-other Camelot. Wait, is this like teleporting someone else? Is Tele-other? That's teleporting someone else. That's convenient. Alright, so that was some nice progress. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I don't know how long it's going to be because I feel like my search for onions was ages, but we did it. We made some nice progress. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you again next time, where I will probably do rune mysteries because it works well with my desire to go do some mining, smithing stuff, I guess. But also, I'm assuming it's going to teach me how to make runes, which is going to tie very nicely into my now newly acquired love for the magic system. So see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.